Hi, my name is Lamar Bailey, Director for Evangelical Mission in the Metro DC Synod.
And I'm Christy Hartigan, Director of the New Connections Campaign. We want to thank you, pastors and congregations, leadership teams and donors, for your support of the New Connections Campaign. And we want to thank you for courage that you have had in trying something new.
I also want to thank you for your generosity and the creative ways that you have participated in the New Connections Campaign.
We are grateful for your focus on growth and seeing the long view of what God is doing in your congregations and our synod.
I'm especially thankful to you for thinking of the people who are not in your congregations, for the folks who are outside of your congregations, and for intentionally thinking about how to bring them into the life of your community.
Because of your direct contributions to the New Connections Campaign, we as a community of faith have been able to first and foremost connect with over 1,570 new active participants across our synod. And to date, 20 congregations have participated in New Connections campaigns or capital appeals, raising over $1.7 million towards their growth ministries. Through these campaigns and your outright gifts to New Connections, we are continuing to provide funding for our 3 missional communities. King of Kings, Fairfax, Virginia has launched their Missional 2.0 community in Loudoun County, one of the fastest growing areas in our synod. Holy Trinity Lutheran Church has pivoted. They are building out a Mosaic region ministry as a satellite site. And the Swahili Lutheran Church continues to worship weekly at Living Faith Lutheran in Rockville, Maryland. Well, change requires leadership and training. And your funds have enabled us to provide extensive leadership development through intentional impact and coaching of over 60 of our rostered leaders. And we have held workshops and trainings in stewardship and evangelism best practices for hundreds of our lay leaders. 6 congregations are currently participating in a year-long cohort called Mosaics, learning how to build a healthy multi-ethnic congregation. Finally, through your generous contributions, we've been able to send $70,000 to Churchwide to build out new missions across the U.S. We thank you.
In Joshua 1:9, Scripture calls us to be strong and of good courage, because God is with us no matter where we go. And God will be with us as we walk together in the coming year. In 2020, you can expect more opportunities for leadership and more opportunities for continued coaching. There will be congregations launching their campaigns shortly, so it's not too late to utilize New Connections money. Stand by for a revised grant process for the New Connections campaign. And as we move forward, we'll be focusing on making new connections and to capturing your New Connections story so that we can learn from one another.
We are excited to launch our New Connections campaign, where over the next 3 years, we are going to connect 50 new actively engaged people with the ministry at LCOC, and we are going to raise $250,000 to equip us to be able to make these new connections. And some of these funds will support faith development. Some of these funds will be to support technology and to have technology in our worship space and in our education space, and for building enhancements to make our space even more welcoming for all who will gather at Lutheran Church of the Covenant.
We cannot wait to be a part of what God is doing in our synod and in the world. Thank you for your generosity and for participating in what God is doing in our synod and throughout the world.